No, yeah.
Hey, this is Max. I'm here again with Christofer Drew. The last time we talked was about a year ago when you did the interview wearing the cat mask. That interview sparked a lot of controversy and a lot of concerned fans. What would you say to those fans now that were worried about you?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't really know how they were really feeling. I know how I was feeling, and I was just like, I don't know. I was just in a crazy phase, a really experimental phase. That's all. It was just part of growing up for me, and I had to really, I don't know. For me, I like to take things to the limit, so I took that aspect of my life to the limit. You hit the peak moment of that too. So, I don't know. Pretty much all I gotta say is, drugs are bad. No, I'm just joking. But for real, I guess just that, sometimes you gotta grow up and you gotta realize that you're hurting yourself and you gotta, I don't know. I was being kind of selfish, so I realized that. And now it's a whole other ballgame.
What would you say about your behavior was selfish?
I don't know. I was just wasting a lot of money on stuff that would only last a day. And that could have been going to something good. And also just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was kind of being a jerk sometimes. Just because a lot of my friends didn't agree with the way that I was acting. So I felt like I had to kind of put up a fight almost sometimes with them. But, I don't know. I mean, looking back on it, I don't regret anything. I just had to learn from it because I was going down a bad path for a little bit. But everything's pretty chill and smooth now. My phone has a software update. That's cool. But yeah, everything's chill now, and I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well,
it's hard to say exactly where I was at.
What helped
I was just having fun.
What helped you get off that dark path you said you were on and pull your life a little more into control?
Probably more than anything, it's just like my family. I'm a really family-oriented person, and whenever my family worries about me and calls me and things like that, that usually has a tendency for me to really take into consideration what they said. So my mom brought up me like going to rehab and stuff, and so I just was like, bah, that's the last thing I want to do, but I'll go for you, Mom. So I went there and did that whole shebang, and I mean, I really don't see it as really a dark path. I mean, I might need to take back my words that I said. I don't see it as a dark path. I just see it more as an experimental phase that I took a little too far. And I was only in it for the best intentions. The only reason I took the substances I did was for spiritual growth and for deep meditative purposes mostly. And, but at the same time, I realize now that, I don't need that stuff to find those peaceful moments, to find nirvana, some would say. I don't need those substances to do that. And the way that I find it now is just by finding the love in my heart and letting that love grow and imagining the love spreading to all the people that I love. It's kind of like a prayer that I do whenever I meditate now. I just pray for all my loved ones, and I just pray for the betterment of the world and for everyone else finding that love deep within their hearts, because we all have it, and it's only as strong as you let it be. So every day I do a little love prayer where I imagine my heart chakra becoming a luminous green, and I imagine sending that green energy to all my friends and family and loved ones, even my fans too, that have supported me throughout all the confusing moments in my life. And for me now, I get high off love, and that's really all I need. Love and vegan food and a lot of water.
Do you want to talk about what that experience was like for you going to rehab? Was it helpful? Did you find that it really changed stuff?
I mean, it It was okay. It was just like, I mean, it was in a nice spot. It was out in Malibu. It was right on the beach. So I just took as many walks on the beach as I could and tried to get a lot of sun. Um, the food was really bad, so I didn't eat much there. So I kind of shriveled up into a little skeleton while I was there, which I hate getting too skinny, but it's really hard with my diet. So, so yeah, I mean, it was cool. I think if anything, it kind of gave me some perspective on people, you know, that have some real deep set emotional problems, and really it's the emotional problems that, you know, that are the seed for these addictive behaviors. And I think it just made me realize that, and it also showed me where I never wanted to be, you know, middle-aged, you know, still confused about who I am, and still taking substances um, to try to find out who I am. So I mean, it just it gave me some perspective more than anything, but at the same time, it also made me realize that I don't know. I don't want to go into it, but I did go to a lot of AA meetings, Alcoholic Anonymous meetings while I was there, and it made me kind of like sad because I don't feel like a lot of those um, societies or whatnot of sober people really are taking the best approach to cure these addictions. I mean, all they do is go to those things and they just vent about how shitty their lives are, and they don't talk about what causes these deep set emotional problems, because deep set emotional problems are they're the seed of any addiction, whether it be food, whether it be alcohol, whether it be sex, whatever it is. These addictions to pleasure or sensory satisfaction, like, I don't know, but AA totally gave me some perspective on addiction and kind of the really what sets it on, seeing these people. It was cool.
So you would not consider yourself ever being addicted, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm addicted to cigarettes, unfortunately. I start getting a little moody if I don't have one for a couple hours. But, I mean, I don't know. At one point, I guess maybe I was just addicted to psychedelics a little bit. I mean, it's weird because psychedelics aren't supposed to be addictive, but I just liked psychedelics so much because they brought my imagination to life and 20/20 vision, and that's what I liked about them. But I don't know. I was never like a heroin addict or anything crazy like that. Whenever I was using, I was just more into exploration of the mind and opening my third eye. And that was my main purpose for taking drugs. But then I realized that it just wasn't worth it. And I was wasting a lot of money and energy that could be going into something a lot more lovely than frying my brain.
All right, well, let's move to a happier note now. You're playing Warped Tour this summer. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We did it a couple years back, and it was really, really fun, but it was kind of like stressful because I don't know why, it just was. I was still in like this growing up phase where I was like trying to be a badass, but I wasn't at all, and it was just weird. But this year I'm excited to go back, and I'm excited to go back with a level head and not look around. And I don't know, for a while there I was really shy and stuff, and I didn't like talking to people, and but now I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna be a lot more social this year, because I used to just like kind of like I wouldn't go to any like the parties and stuff after the shows, like the barbecues and stuff. I'd go to a couple, but I was mostly just kept to myself because I was a little too shy to make new friends. But this year, I mean, I think it's going to be really fun. I think it's a pretty dynamic lineup, and I don't know, I'm really stoked. I'm excited about vegan catering too. I like their catering because it's vegan, and
the catering at
I like
Warped
getting a
Tour
little
is so
belly.
good.
I eat real good on that tour, so I always get a little belly, and I love it. I love having a little Buddha belly.
I wish I was getting catering this year. I found out I'm not, so I'm gonna starve to death.
Oh man, well we can share.
Please. The vegan catering is so good.
You just find me, all right?
I will.
You just find me. We'll share all the food. It'll be great.
Okay. Let's see. Are there any other bands on the lineup you're particularly excited to be on tour with? Any friends or bands you just really admire?
Yeah, I'm excited to hang out with Ace Enders from early November. Um, One of my first tour, like back in my first national tour back, I think might even been '08. Um, it was with Ace Enders and Hello Goodbye, and I'm excited to see him again. It's been quite some time, and miss the heck out of him. I'm also excited to hang out with Man Overboard, who we just did our last, we did the Indigo tour with, and they're like super fun to hang out with. They're just like, I'm always cracking up just like nonstop whenever I hang out with them. They're always cracking jokes and just being ridiculous, and I mean really just like, heck, I'm excited to hang out with and be on tour with every single band on Warped Tour. Oh, hey, my dad's calling me. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, Dad, I gotta ignore you for a second. Actually, you care if I talk to my dad real quick?
No.
Actually, I don't think I can. Never mind.
All right. Well,
I'll have to end the call with you. All right. Ignore. Sorry, Dad. I'll call him back.
All right. Well, we're pretty much done here. If you need to.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time.
That's okay. What's that
Much
thing
better.
in the corner? I've been wondering the whole time. The big, round, glowy thing.
Oh, that's it's called an infinite mirror, and it's an old stage prop that we never ended up using back from like the time travel era, whenever we were going for like the really trippy thing, like the psychedelic rock sort of thing. So we got these like 4-foot diameter infinite mirrors that we were gonna put on stage, but we ended up never using them, so I just have them in my house. I got another one in my bedroom.
So wait, what is
and
it?
I always like trick people.
What does it do?
I always trick people, and I always tell them that it's like a tunnel from my living room to my bedroom, and they never believe me, but it's okay. It's a fun trick.
All right, I think that's about it. Is there anything else you want to add?
Not really.
All right, well, you should go call your dad back then. And thank you for
All
doing
right,
this.
Mac. Good talking to you. Thanks for the interview. Good to catch up.
All right, well, I'll see you soon. Bye.
You cat.
Yeah, this is Kitten, actually. That's her name.
Aww.
She's my baby.
Is it a kitten or is it a cat?
She's actually a rat, but she thinks
Rat?
she's a kitten. Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought it was a cat. Sorry,
How
the
did
screen's so
you
small, I
think
can't
this is a
see
cat?
anything.
I think it's a cat.
I thought it was. What a cute cat. Oh my god.
Well, you know, the name Kitten kind of throws people off, but I've never
Yeah,
had
it
anyone.
threw me off.
I've never had anyone actually think she's a kitten before. I'm sure she's very flattered.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Kitten, you look like a kitten.
I must keep it.
Okay.
It's really nice.